Sit up straight and look at me. My name is Staff Sergeant Granados, and I'm your senior drill instructor.
Stop! Scream stop right now! All you look at me. When I scream stop, what do you scream? Stop! When I scream one, what do you scream? Stop! Sprint!
Hey, I'm Amanda. I'm 26 years old, journalist here at the Staten Island Advance, and I am going to Parris Island, South Carolina, where I'm going to be going through boot camp training for Marines, and I have zero military experience whatsoever. So, see how this goes.
What's up, guys? It's 5 a.m. in the morning. It's day one of boot camp and day 2 of waking up at an ungodly hour. I don't remember who signed me up for this, but I think it might have been punishment. I've got 10 minutes to eat breakfast and get on the bus. Yesterday I got on the wrong bus. Everybody started clapping for me when I got on the right bus, so yeah, I'm not trying to make that happen again. Alright, peace.
When I woke up that first morning, I was not ready to get on that bus and get yelled at all day by drill instructors. I just had a bad attitude, to be honest. So the first morning when the drill instructor started screaming in our faces, like telling us what to do, to sprint nonstop back and forth, I just kind of felt like I was being like played mind games with, and I think that was kind of the point of it, to kind of like break you, get you to know like who's the boss.
You would do what you're told to do. We ain't told to do it. Without question. Do you understand? Aye, sir.
And part of me was like resistant to that, and I was trying hard to not laugh. I mean, I was laughing in some of the parts, because they're talking in this, they're screaming commands at you, and half the time you can't even understand what they're saying. So I was just kind of going along with it, trying to like mimic what other people were saying, and basically just get to where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there before I get singled out.
Good, get up! Get down! Get up! Get down! Get down!
Permission to speak.
Shut up! Do you belong to RS Alvin?
Yes, ma'am.
Get off my bus!
Above all else, never quit or give up, for we offer you the challenge to recruit training and the opportunity to earn the title United States Marine.
One of the things that they kept yelling at us, and I think that people finally started, clicking, was get to the hatch, get to the hatch. Hatch meaning the door for the bus, and no one knew what that meant. And then we all had to count off, and if you weren't paying attention, which almost everyone on the trip had one point where they forgot their number or weren't listening, then we'd have to start all over again, and it would be your fault.
26. 26. Scream 26. 26!
The group that I was with on this trip, they were all educators from the New York City area, and I think like the funniest part was that everyone kind of had like a New York attitude. Like everyone kind of had, you're not going to tell me what to do. I even heard a couple people say like, this isn't what I signed up for. And I'm like, yes, it is what you signed up for. You knew exactly what you were getting into here. You're going to have a drill instructor yelling at your face, because that's what these, young kids straight out of high school classes that you're teaching are going to be experiencing when they're sent here. They're going to try and make us feel this experience as real as it possibly can. And I don't really think anyone prepared for that mentally, and especially not physically. So I grew up kind of in the country, and when I was little, I would shoot guns. Like my dad was big into hunting, so I knew a little bit about shooting. Didn't have much experience with like a weapon like that.
Take your non-firing hand. This one. You chicken wing it.
But after I shot like a couple rounds and stuff, it became addicting. And then like before I knew it, they were like, all right, you're done, like next person. And I'm like, next person? I'm not done here. I just got here. So I kind of stepped to the back of the line and snuck around to the other side of the shooting range and got another instructor and shot like 60 more rounds. We are now at the confidence course, which is kind of like an obstacle course. I'm gonna see if I can get through it. I'm gonna strap a GoPro on and let's see how it goes. So the confidence course, like this was literally what I had been looking forward to the whole time. This was my forte. I am such a competitive person. Like if we're going on this course at the same time, if I'm not at the finish line first, I'm gonna beat myself up about it for days. I'm gonna be like, why didn't you beat them? Like, you're better than this. Like, I just hear myself in the back of my head going like, come on, a little bit faster, blah, blah, blah. And like, I know like, obviously like I'm not competing for anything because I'm not an actual Marine. I'm not gonna win some like award at the end of this if I was a Marine for being the best at this, but I still had to. You know, I did the monkey bar ones. Once you're in that zone, like you're just focused. I just was putting one hand in front of the other, trying to get to the end of those bars. And apparently like halfway through, like there was a guy on the left of me and I like had started beating him and then he ended up dropping off and I, you know, made it to the end and everyone was like clapping and stuff and I'm like, I didn't even realize that this was like a competition like that.
Damn.
That's it. Keep going.
One of the things that I didn't even know about, and I'm sure it was meant to be this way, was the gas chamber.
It's burning.
Oh my God. Please do not touch your face.
Nobody told me that I would be walking through a room that, you know, I was gonna feel like all of my skin was burning off my body.
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh my God.
This is what my face looks like after going through the gas chamber. I'm not supposed to touch my face right now, so I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
We're gonna go rappel down this giant wall, and I'm a little nervous. I'm a little bit afraid of heights. I didn't even realize I was that afraid of heights. Like, I've been bungee jumping, I've been skydiving. Granted, I did have to get pushed out of the plane. But like when I was on the edge of that wall, trusting somebody else that they're gonna, you know, keep the rope tight so that I don't flip upside down and hit my head off, you know, wood, I was just petrified.
Slow down. All right, here we go.
I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Oh
Don't worry about it.
What do I do?
You're gonna step towards the edge. You're gonna hang your heels a little bit further.
Oh my God.
Get
Oh
a
my
foot,
God.
there we go.
Oh my
Feet
God.
shoulder width apart, just like me.
I finally was just like, you know what? Like, everyone else is like, look at this person over here doing it. Like, am I really gonna like wuss out and back away? Because I started to literally step away from the edge. And I was like, nope, not me. So like, once I started going down the wall, like I was like, okay, there's no turning back now because I'm definitely not capable of climbing back up this thing. So the only way is down. Oh my God.
Don't bend. Don't bend. Don't bend. Don't bend. Don't bend.
I don't think I can do this.
Yes, you can.
Oh my
I promise you, you can. Hard part's over. Step down onto the black. Boom, boom. Now go ahead, look over your right shoulder. Shoot your arm out to the 3 o'clock and go.
Oh.
You gotta loosen up your grip. Loosen it up. And the slower you go, the harder it is.
Hand over the carabiner.
Tell me what to do.
Run that
She's
way.
in shock, man. Calm down.
Run backwards. Run backwards that way.
I'm usually not that afraid of heights, but this was like trusting someone you don't know to release you off. Deep breaths. So at the end of this trip, like I literally had such high like confidence from knowing that I was capable of making it through the challenges that these Marines faced. Every day was a new challenge, and every day is a chance to prove to yourself and to the other people going through what you're going through, that you can do it and that you can be better than you were the day before.
Hoorah! Hoorah! Hoorah!